Hikmicro have helped us put together this video with the idea of you cannot photograph what you cannot see. And where better to do this than in Scotland, the land of mythical beasts. Let's see if we can find Nessie. That's a duck.
You saying a bit?
No, not yet. Hey man, how's it going? I'm joined again by Garrett Bradford, one of my favourite photographers of all time, and we're going to be venturing into the Scottish Highlands to hopefully find something out there in the wild that you would otherwise not see. Last time we were lucky because we went to a feeding for some deer up in the hills. However, this time it's all on us. The idea is to use the Habrok 4K to find stuff out there in the wild that is hidden. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the product itself as well. I hope you enjoy.
Animals are smart.
How big mine is, and then you have a look at how big Garrett's is.
I'm playing hide and seek in the woods. Thank you, photography.
Okay, he is somewhere in amongst the field.
But it's like anything that transforms how you see the world is gets your creativity flowing, doesn't it?
The Habrok 4K is £1,199, and when you think about it, when you look at other options for binoculars in particular, and high quality binoculars, they're around about that price anyway. But what you get with this is so much more. You've got digital optics, you've got thermal imaging, as well as infrared technology inside of there. Basically allows you to see in pretty much any situation. And I know as the light dims right now, I might even use it to help me get back up this hill here. Scotland is beautiful, but nature is designed to hide in that beauty. So how can we find that? Wait, do you hear something? It's kind of scary actually. Okay, I was joking a little bit. It is kind of cool they got dinosaurs here, isn't it? I came to this place I'm staying, and when I first came here, they're actually animatronic, so I was hoping they were going to work tonight for this little skit. Infrared and low light capabilities of this particular unit are pretty cool, and again, it's just added extra kind of like things that will help you when you're assessing, learning a situation, ready to take a photograph, ready to find animals to study and, look into a little bit more. It's a really cool added extra utility piece of gear and super useful. Okay, this is the next day now. What we're doing is going through the woods in Scotland, trying to find some sign of life with the Hikmicro. Everything is really quite disguised here. We've heard there's some red squirrels. We've got a mythical deer and a legend of a grey man. Let's hope we can find one of them. Garrett, what are we doing?
So we're on a little bit of a recce, and we're trying out these.
And it's going to hopefully help us find some animals in amongst all of this.
I reckon we're going to find the big grey man, though. I'm not even kidding. Everyone's looking for him on the top of Ben McDewey, but I think he's down here.
Well, this is something that's actually proved a little bit interesting. We were actually going on the hunt for mythical beasts more than anything.
We've heard about a white deer. We found Nessie already.
We found Nessie already.
That off the list. I told you we'd find it.
It was more Daffy the duck, but...
That's what you saw. No one else saw it. I saw it. Rule 1 of tracking animals is to be really quiet, so...
Okay.
So that's rule 1. I will say this. It's really nice for me to leave all my photo gear at home whilst we're out today on a bit of a recce, because I'm not concerned with getting a photograph. My only concern right now is identifying some cool places for some interesting images.
I, however, have come armed to the T with both my FX3 for just video content, and then I've got the A7C2 with 100 to 400 Sigma to hopefully be able to get some shots today. We're going to be coming out again tomorrow, where we're going to be using some of his awesome gear to be able to pick out some things.
Leave the camera at home from time to time. Go out and explore these new places. And because I'm not constantly looking through a lens or anticipating a photograph, I'm a little bit more chill when I'm out here. And it feels like a little bit more of an adventure again. And I love missing images. I know that's like a crazy thing to say, because the shots that I miss usually inspire me to get back out again and try again. So this, I mean, I'm gonna get some, and I'm just gonna spend most of my time lately, I think, just exploring the forest.
Well, the other thing is with them, and this is really cool, is that it actually records as well, so you can actually take photos if you really want to, and it's surprisingly really cool photos, and especially when it comes to the infrared mode as well. You actually get photographs that you probably wouldn't have actually seen anywhere else as well, which I think is something that's not necessarily talked about as much of these, but I think it's actually really cool featured in general. But
how handy is it, right? Because it is as a white blob on a tree, okay? But because of the way it's moving, you just know that it's a tree creeper. It's not about identifying every little detail. Like, its shape and its behavior is enough to tell you what it is.
Okay. So we just saw a tree creeper on right here, and we managed to actually spot it with the thermal imaging binoculars. That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Pretty cool. And it's just interesting to see it differently, because I noticed this behavior a lot more.
The big thing with the Hikmicro lineup is that although you've got the 1199 price tag of the Habrok 4K, which is the lowest within its price range when it comes to the amount of stuff that it does, Hikmicro do have a bunch of thermal imaging products that are actually a little bit less expensive, and some even go over under £1,000. One of them being the Lynx. It's a really good kind of option for people that just want to be able to spot using the thermal imaging. It does work in the daylight as well, so it's kind of perfect for finding things, hoping you're going to be able to get a capture. A big part of nature photography, and through doing all the wildlife shoots that I've actually done, is actually finding the best way to compose your images. You can have all the long telephoto lenses you want, but if you don't actually have a plan or an idea for a shot, then it's actually hard for you to really be able to get the photo that you're looking for. Geraint earlier was talking about having a plan and understanding the photo that you want to take, and through this, through using the different capabilities of the Habrok 4K, including the compass, the rangefinder, will allow you to really plan out how you're going to be shooting the shot of the animal that you're looking at.
But it's like anything that transforms how you see the world is gets your creativity flowing, doesn't it? Mere feet from me, and I had no idea it was there. So then I'm just got to thinking, right? We've just been saying, oh, we haven't found anything today, and it's like, no, there's been stuff around. Yeah, it's just we didn't look properly, we missed it, we didn't see it. But that's what today's around. Yeah, that's what today's for, though, isn't it? It's about getting used to things. It's the first time I ever picked this thing up, and I must say, I'm really actually enjoying using it. It's just nice to just purely observe.
So what we're going to do is just sit down and just see if things start happening when we're just being a little bit quiet. Yeah. Mere moments later, we saw something. First seen in the binos, we managed to see some deer enter into the area in which we'd laid low at, and they came closer and closer, and this experience was amazing. We managed to capture the deer, an animal that is notoriously hard to capture because they just run at the slightest sound. They ended up coming really very close, and it was an experience like no other I've had before. So what just happened, man?
Well, that was quite the experience, wasn't it?
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were just chilling out here. Stunning. We waited for a little while. What was it, like 10-15 minutes?
Yeah.
Not too bad, actually. We came up here because there's a good vantage point. It's not really the best to be hiding from stuff because we're above them. But it worked out anyway, because a little deer just
came walking through there. We spotted her with the scope first, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
We just happened to be looking through there, and yeah, we had thermal going, so we saw her first. And she didn't see us, so it meant that I could lie down, get the camera ready, point and wait. We watched her for about 10 minutes through the scope and the binoculars before she came close enough for a photograph. And you know, I managed to record a few clips on there as well. So even on the approach, even when she was walking up to us, we got some stuff that we can view later. But we were just sat in the middle of the forest, observing. You know, I think it was a roe deer. We were sat here in the forest observing a deer, and she had no clue that we were up here, and that's what it's about. That's why we got these with us today.
For sure.
So that's quite something. We used to photographing through, you know, through digital viewfinders, optical viewfinders, or whatever. You know, if you're used to using DSLRs or whatever, you're used to seeing the world in a certain way. And what I liked about this was that, you know, I've never seen what the world looks like through thermal imaging before, and I've never actually composed like I normally would. So I laid on the ground with these just now, and it was the normal stuff that I always see. It was a female mallard just swimming around, but that water looked jet black and she looked silver, and it just looked different. So that's what I meant, that the things, as soon as you see the world differently, then your creativity starts flowing then, because it's the unknown.
Just crossed this. I've now got really wet feet.
You know, every time I'm near a river, I always like have a daydream that I'm going to be walking along and I see a gold ring like in Lord of the Rings. And can you imagine if you found it? What would you do if you found the ring of power?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Try it out, I guess. But unfortunately, I've got such large hands.
No, it automatically adjusts to fit. It's amazing technology.
I'm going to have a look what Geraint sees via the phone, so I can kind of like work together in order to hopefully get some really cool photos today. What's going to happen is Geraint right there. Yep, that's him. He is going to go and hide in amongst the bush. I'm going to use the thermal imaging to be able to find him, and I might even try and take a photo of him.
I'm 38.
What was that?
I'm 38. I'm playing hide and seek in the woods. Thank you, photography.
I mean, you're never too old to play a little bit of hide and seek, right?
Right, don't look.
13, 14, 15, 16, 28, 29, 30. Ready or not, here I come. Okay, he is somewhere in amongst the field. So, there you are.
Whoa! That's bonkers.
So it's really good for just like reviewing footage, finding out what kind of animal you are when you're just trying to like chill out, get ready for you to compose the shot that you want to out of what you're shooting. It's a really powerful tool. But we're going to now go into the brush and
get back to work.
The
wind's against us. I think if we find a nice photogenic area, where some nice compositions might happen, and just chill and wait. Because you know we set a day yesterday, and because we were literally just observing, it didn't matter as much. But when I tried to take some shots, we weren't in the best of positions because there were sticks and twigs right in the way. It's the fun bit, isn't it?
Okay, I think we have found something. We're going to kind of do a curve around it now and see if we can get a different angle. Again, we've got to make sure the wind doesn't catch our scent. But it was like a ghost shape in the thermal. You know.
So we'll approach it and we'll keep scanning everywhere else around us just to make sure that we don't spook anything else.
Yeah, let's get going.
This is exciting, isn't it? This is fun.
So, as Geraint looks around to spot things, I can monitor it on my phone as well and see if he's seeing any targets that he may have missed. It's really awesome.
I'm just having a little rest. I'm just going to settle into the environment, just settle, calm down, chill out, let everything go quiet again before I even start talking around. And it's not for any other reason other than just chilling out in nature. Because we've been in knockout mode for a little while.
There. Well, that doesn't answer.
But there it was, nothing.
Spots there.
So I've got my viewpoint. So I'm trying to shoot through here. Hopefully that's like the dream place. There's a really nice point of view there. But we can't control that.
No.
But where we're positioned is we've got nice photo opportunities everywhere around us.
Mm.
So just chill, mate.
Chill on, mate. So that's the end of our journey, and it's been absolutely awesome. What do you reckon, Gary?
I've had a whale of a time, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you ever so much for coming up again and making such a special effort.
What do you think of the Habroks then? I'm going to be leaving them with you for a little while.
Yeah, thankfully the guys have cleared it, so I can borrow them for a little while. Because we had some time with them, but I think for me to probably get into it, I think I need to, treat them properly, if you know what I'm saying. I need to get out in the woods on my own and use them, efficiently.
Well, I left you on your own a little while, and you said it really got you to connect with nature that much more.
Yeah, it did, and it changes your focus. We managed to see a red squirrel,
Yeah.
so that was pretty cool, because
Yeah.
we saw no sign of it, like the two sort of sessions we were there. I think we spent about 10 hours or something collectively there over the last 2 days. I only saw it when I was quietly creeping along.
Yeah.
And I just thought very nice, just to use the binoculars to just watching the trees, just doing its thing.
So we've had some really awesome experiences just from that respect, just being a part of nature. I believe I managed to get a couple of photos.
Wow.
Hopefully we'll get a couple more.
Well, that's the plan. I've got some locations I'm really excited to visit, so no doubt we'll get some. I really want to just use it like a camera a little bit. I want to test what the camera quality is like for sharing. It's like if you're out walking, sometimes you don't want to carry your photo gear with you, right?
Yeah.
And there's what's that old saying? The best camera in the world is the one you've got around your neck, essentially.
Yeah.
So it'd be quite interesting just to see what I see on my journeys out. I'll go on a little night walk around the woods if I'm not too scared, and see what I find.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. There was the one instance of this deer, right? I was just scanning, and it was we just referenced the Patronus. It looked like that. It was just this white deer shape, and if it wasn't for these, I would not have seen it.
Yeah. No, definitely. It definitely gave me appreciation for kind of being able to see what's out there when you can't really usually.
Yeah, changing how you see it as well, because then it reduced it. So I'm always in creative mode. So it reduced it to just like block shapes. And then I was thinking, oh man, I wonder if I can use that somehow. I wonder if I can use what I'm seeing to influence my photography. It might not, but it's the fact that you're thinking that way, it's beneficial anyway.
For sure.
But to be fair, I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to go out with my camera, but also I'm going to take them out without the camera and just use it simply for just sitting back and observing these things.
Yeah.
Because when you got a camera with you, you are slightly worried that you're going to miss the shot. But if it's not there, sometimes that is gone completely, and then I can just enjoy just observing. And I think that'd be quite fun.
For sure.
So it's like multiple uses for these things there.
I mean, we did also find Nessie, so that's good. If you like the video, make sure you like, follow, subscribe if you want to see more. Go on. Absolutely. Oh,
Thanks, man.
it was absolutely lovely to see you again.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you perhaps next time.
Come up in October.
Yeah?
Beautiful. You'll love it up here, man.
And this is what happens when I gave him some time with the binos in Scotland. Some absolutely staggering photos out there in the wild. These binos are a dream to use, and they just help you find what's unseen.
You needed to go forward a little more. In the middle, see? No, I'm a stickler, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Oh, that's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's bang in the center of the frame. Looks really nice.